Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another episode of your Nashville Predators franchise mode. So, we're in an interesting situation, right? We just did a retool, essentially, this past offseason. We went in, we like the core, but we got to be able to keep it and maintain it. That's what's important right now, right? So the way that I look at this is I don't want to continue to do this for a whole lot longer. First of all, for those of you curious, Jasper Weatherby, he is our enforcer. He has 90 fighting skill. He's 6'4", 233 pounds, or 223 pounds. Pardon. I don't want to continue to do this forever. I don't. We've I have to check, but I'm fairly certain we've won a championship with Nashville, have we not? Awards. We can look at award history. Yeah, so 2 years. We're 2 years removed from it. So the way that I'm looking at this is this upcoming season is the 2029, or 2030 season, right? We will have been, what is that? 8 years in. I will do this season, and I'm thinking one more, maybe two more, depending on. I might get it to an even 10, and we might see what we can do. But the point of that being that I want you all to start thinking now of teams that you really like and that you think would be nice to see a franchise mode of. I have a few in mind, one in particular, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. For right now, we have to focus on the fact that we have a lot of guys up this offseason, like a lot of guys, right? $28 million to sign Sanderson, Lucic, Leahy. Those are the big three. And we have almost $30 million. So it's spending, we can almost spend $10 million per. That being said, obviously, we don't want to do that. We don't want to spend $10 million per. Not to mention, Lucic is due for his big boy deal, I guess you could call it. I really want to play him as an RFA into free agency, see what we can give him there. Sanderson, I just want to get his contract done, to be honest with you. Okay, 4 years is actually not bad. Like, my thing is, if I was to give you that at 11, would you do it? Because that's not terrible. If we go by the main roster, the main guy is Lambert, who's 30, right? Then we have Owen Power, who's making 10 and a half. So ideally, we could get Sanderson at 10 or lower. But again, 11 would not be terrible, right? But those are things that we want to look at later on. For right now, let's go ahead. Let's review the roster, right? We have 2+5s in the top 6, right? Clark, Lambert, Leahy, Savoie, Lucic, and for the canon of this, these guys are going to be brothers. The younger brother actually being better, which I think is kind of funny. The third line was interesting. Climmy, however you say this, he's locked down as a third line right wing for a while, and I feel comfortable with that. Ackerland, 3 years, 19 years old. I feel good with him there. Nybeck does need a new deal, but that can be taken care of. Texier needs a new deal. Scott Lawton does not. He's going to be a fourth liner for us for a while. And Borgstrom needs a new deal. Something that I think might be interesting, actually. Let's go see what do the like Texier wants a deal. What does he want? He wants a bit more than I'd really like to pay him. McMichael, I'm down to offer McMichael something because worst comes to worst, he can be a fine, guy down there to be your fourth line center. I don't mind that. Or I guess fourth liner alongside, what is his name? Scott Lawton. Okay, 1.5 though. Yeah, so let me get my calculator here. And let's take a look. What would 1.5 times 0.85 be? It's 1.27. So 1.3. I don't mind spending that, especially on a guy that we know that works. I like it. He wants to sign. Let's not wait too long. Let's not think too hard here. So with that being said, we're just going to be simming the season in this episode. That's going to be the main thing, at least until January, and then we're going to do some contract negotiations. So let's get into November. Let's take a look, right? Let's see how the team's doing. Connor McMichael renews, and Texier renews. Lovely. Get those two depth pieces signed long term. We'll be able to worry about the bigger pieces heading into the season. Oh, man. Okay, solid preseason. Really solid. And the simulation is moving so much faster. I love this. For those of you who don't know, I got the new Xbox recently. I went out there and I put the money into it to get it. So simulation is hopefully going to be a lot faster. It's really nice already. 4-2-1. That's a solid start to the season. 5-3-1. I don't mind that. Let's see. Just want to check the 14 points out of Savoie is beautiful. Third in the division, not ideal, but Blackhawks do have more games played. That being said, we're more than one game behind them. Let's take a look, see if anything's going wrong here. Lucic is doing extremely well, as he always does, goal per game. Leahy, 9 points, climbing. That first line, struggling a little bit here. What about, yeah, especially, ooh, I don't like the plus minus there. How about shots? Who's shooting? Okay, Clark is shooting. Power's shooting. Sanderson, Lucic, all of the created guys mostly. Because this was made before the pass shoot bias came out. Let's give them a little bit more time. Maybe they're just going through a rough patch. We'll see what we can do here. This should be a win, though, against Vancouver. That really shouldn't be a question. We're going to go another month, though, so we'll go there. And we do win. Good. We get another win there against the Blackhawks, which is big. Okay. I really would have loved that win there against the Coyotes. We beat Toronto. Ottawa, we lose to an overtime. And a loss. Come on. We need to start getting some consistent wins here. There we go. That was nice. There we go. Great end to the month. 31 points. Puts us third in the NHL, behind the Capitals and the Maple Leafs. Okay. First in the division, third in the NHL. Lucic still doing incredibly well. We're going to have to lock him down. We need to. Clark is actually catching up in goals too, which is good. I think that first line just had a rough time there. Because Lucic was at 9 goals, he scored 6. Clark was at, I think, 7 goals, so he scored 7 again. Decent months for them, The Leahys are doing all right. How are we looking in goal? Ay, not great. Not great at all. So goaltending is currently the problem. That being said, I trust Askarov to straighten that out himself. So we're going to go till January. All right, let's see. How do they do? Okay, continuing it. Good. We do get a loss. Get them back-to-back, but we bounce back after that. With a few wins, another L. Ooh, 2 L's. 3. Come on. There we go. Bounce back finally. Ooh, beat the Capitals. Best team in the league. And again, we end on a nice little hot streak. 51 points. Good for second best in the NHL. Yeah, the Capitals are the only team that's really up there with us, but the Capitals are also we also beat them, so I feel fine about where we're at. Okay, guys do want to re-sign now, which is good. Borgstrom does not. What is he asking for? Probably over $1 million. Yeah, not coming back then, bud. Nybeck, I will sign you in free agency if I need to. Bolduc, that's something to look into. I'd really like to get Sanderson signed here. I should have done it earlier. I'm kicking myself. Would you do 11? 5 years at 11 mil. It's not the worst thing. It's not breaking the bank. It's not resetting our market here for this guy. We do get a win there against Vegas, which is nice. Boston Bruins have fired their head coach. We did re-sign Jake Sanderson, 5 years at 11 mil. Okay. I'm happy with that. I think that's a good deal for us. I'm okay to wait on Lucic, Leahy. Right, so 18 mil, so 7 mil is really the most that I want to spend on him. Let's straight up. Holy cow, that goes way up there. Yeah, let's try just straight up 7 mil for 5 years. If that works, great. Yeah, hopefully it does. It worked with Sanderson, so we're close enough, I think. Let's see here. We do lose the Coyotes, and we're able to bring back Reese Leahy on a $7 million deal for 5 years. Again, solid value there, and that gives us 11 mil or so to re-sign Lucic, which I love. I think that's a great amount. It's a great total, especially considering the cap's going to go up because it does every year, right? So let's look at this again. Yeah, the cap's going to go up. We're going to be able to bring back Nybeck there. What are you looking at? You're looking at 12 mil. God, dude, why do you want so much money? Dude, if I have to re-sign you yearly, I will. Let's look at getting Bolduc back. Do I have anybody in the AHL that could come up next year? Defenseman in the system? Not particularly. Yeah, not really. We'll wait on it. We'll wait on it. Yeah, we'll wait on that. Yeah, so unsigned I want to see though. What are we looking at? We have one guy who's probably ready in Whitaker, but we're gonna hold off. In goal, we're gonna have to sign Robinson here soon. That'll be fine. He'll play in the AHL next year. I feel good about where we're at. But again, it's gonna be the big deal is gonna be RFA Lucic. What can we do? How long can we sign him for? Can we get that taken care of? So we'll go up to the trade deadline here, and then we will call it an episode. So, Colorado, it's a W. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Speaking of Colorado, hope you all are watching the Stanley Cup Finals. It's a good matchup this year. Two juggernaut teams for sure. Can somebody finally derail Tampa, or is the machine that is Nathan MacKinnon gonna end up winning alongside the Colorado Avalanche, who, frankly, Makar is one of the best defensemen that I've seen in a while. Though I hate the Gretzky quote of, "Oh, he's the best defenseman since Orr." Lidstrom exists, dude. Like, come on. Don't disrespect a Hall of Famer like that. Especially as a Red Wings fan, I take big offense to that. Okay, 38-20, 80 points. We're behind the Jets, but that's not a huge deal. Like, I don't feel too terrible about that. Obviously, we want to win, but 1, 2, 3, 4 teams better than us. Okay, so we're fifth best team in the league. Lucic is looking really solid here. 69 points in 62 games. 63 for Savoie, 62 for Clark. Lambert getting 60. Leahy with 58 and 55. 46 for him. Yeah, and the plus minuses have come back up, which is nice. Texier is a little bit down. What about in goal? How are we doing? It's gotten a little bit better. Not much, but a little bit. Just a hair bit. All right, well, I think that we're going to call that an episode. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out and goodbye.